Hey, everybody, it's Kathy Braxton from Improv for Caregivers. And today I am going to address a question that came up on Reddit about a loved one who obsesses over inconsequential things, right? So things that seem kind of small and minute to us in our day to day life, such as um, the outgoing mail or going to the post office, things like that, things that, for us are a 5 minute trip or one of those little things on our to-do list that we've just got to manage. What I want to say about that is, for someone who's living with memory impairment, the little things become the big things, and even more so, there's a lot of emotion attached to that. For us, going to the post office, sending out mail, those are just to-dos, right? That's just something on a list. It's a priority maybe, or we forget, right? Or returning those library books. But for somebody whose world has become incredibly small, those types of things actually carry an emotion attached to them that for us, we have a hard time understanding. And I'm reading this Reddit post, what I'm hearing from this woman is that there just seems to be obviously a lot of repetition, repeating the same question. Well, when are we going? Well, what are we doing? But also like the sense of urgency, right? And that is what I encourage you to do. If you are a caregiver and you are feeling overwhelmed with repetitive questions, and specifically about things that you don't think really matter, because for our day to day, it's not very big at all. I ask you to kind of think about things in a funnel, right? So like one of those sand time things, right? I don't know what they're called. Anyway, think about everything that they're giving you, right? So not even just the words that they're saying, but think about like, how urgent does it sound? What is the tone, right? Is this just a fun conversation, or is there like an importance to it? What is the emotion in that? Is there sadness? Is there concern? I mean, and truly start to think about emotions more on the negative side, because people will repeat concerns, specifically concerns, when they don't feel as though they're being met, right? So there isn't a lot of repetition in regards to happy stuff. There tends to be a lot of repetition in things we are not somehow addressing. So, right, think about the words that they're saying, how they're saying it, how does it sound? What is their body doing? How repetitive are they? Are they becoming more and more concerned when you address the issue and tell them, we'll do it in a minute, I'll fix it later, we're going to go out in an hour? All of those types of phrases could ignite this sensation that there's still a need that we are ignoring, right? There's an emotional need that's not being met. So we take all that information and we go, okay, what is the emotion here? Right? Distill everything out and think, what is the emotion, right? Urgency. We've had that, right? You look at your bank statement and you're like, oh my God, I got to get money in that bank before my next check clears, right? Or a dental appointment, right? Your tooth is hurting. I got to get, right? Your taxes, they got to get in by the 15th of April, right? There's this sense of urgency we have also had in regards to things like that. So take what they're considering, which is walking a piece of mail to the mailbox and thinking to yourself, this is as big to them as maybe me getting my taxes in on time. And that's how big it is to me. And that kind of stress and anxiety that it creates. Then once you kind of figured that out, where are they and where have you been that kind of matches that? Because you've been there. There's a way you've been there. Now bring it back out, right? So now we're doing this kind of figure eight thing. Bring it back out and go, okay, I sense that you're feeling really urgent about this. I can hear that you're really concerned we're not going to get this taken care of right away. And that is where you have to let go of your agenda of what you're doing right now. And maybe your to-do list has to become their to-do list, right? And I often refer to that as an agenda. You got to let go sometimes of what your agenda is and address that issue. I do this professionally all the time. I have residents who obsess about money and why don't I have a couple bucks in my pocket and when am I going to get that? And my son isn't bringing it to me. And this perseverates over and over and over again. We make a call to the son. I leave a message for him in his voicemail. I let the resident know who's sitting right next to me that that's what we've done. She feels better. I'm addressing the issue. I'm doing the best I can to address her urgency. So I encourage you to just think about that. And again, yes, you're going to get stressed out. And yes, the repetitive questions can be incredibly overwhelming. And I encourage you also just to think, if this is something that's going on over a period of time, consider a couple things. Number one, how are they sleeping, right? When people don't sleep, they get more anxious about things that are small, right? So look at their sleep. And then the second thing is, obviously, we always look at urinary tract infections. They can amp somebody up. And if you're seeing this behavior, this kind of repetitiveness come out of the blue and really difficult to meaningfully redirect, right? Not just, oh, let's just go over here and look at this instead, grandma. You know, no one likes to be told, don't worry about it. And that's how that feels. But if this comes up and it's a new type of thing, consider the fact that someone might be dealing with an infection, because that, strangely enough, really affects mental capabilities and how they're working with you. So I'm hoping that this video helped. I also encourage you on the YouTube channel that I have to look at any other videos about dementia assistance. They're all titled with different things, and they should be 5 minutes or less. This one was 6. So hope it helped. You can reach me at improv4caregivers@gmail.com, or you can touch me at Reddit on my Reddit account. You can reach out directly at r/dementia. Email me, whatever. I hope that this helps. Send me information. Tell me you need more. I'll get it to you. Take care.